Alright guys, welcome back to Dice Throw and How to Play. This is going to be the first of 4 How to Plays of the Fantastic Four Marvel Rivals unofficial Dice Throwing pack made by Josiah Wilkerson. Josiah Wilkerson is actually a member of the Dice Throwing community, but he created 4 unofficial characters. These are not Dice Throwing licensed, so of course you can't really get these. You have to find them online, either from Steam, playcards.io, or the Discord to get the assets if you want to play them online or print to play. Some people can print play Steam mods, so you can print them out and play them in person if you don't want to play them online, but this is a complexity 5 out of 6, so it's going to be a little bit higher on the scale when it comes to complexity, but his tokens are actually not that hard to understand. So the main thing is that when you look at any Dice Throwing character, you first want to look at the dice combos here. So you have 1, 2, 3 is going to be your stretch, 4, 5 your Adam, and 6 is going to be your Fantastic Four. So that's your dice anatomy. Now when it comes to the next thing you want to look at is if a character has a passive, which he does, superior intellect. During your upkeep phase, you will gain brilliance. So brilliance is the first status effect we're going to talk about. Stack number of 6, so we can have up to 6 at a time. And basically, you can use these tokens to, you can spend them to use any of these variety effects. You can spend one of these brilliance tokens, and you can examine your chosen opponent's hand. So basically, if they have 5 cards in their hand, you can choose them, spend this token, and then you can look at their hand. So you basically can look at see what cards they have in their hand. Very overpowered. But let's say you spend 2 tokens. So 1, 2, you can gain a CP for free. So gain CP, like so. But let's say you spend 1, 2, 3 tokens. You can choose an offensive ability. If that opponent activates that offensive ability this phase, draw 1. So basically, let's say you're playing against another Mr. Fantastic. It's a mirror match, which means both players are playing the same hero. And you choose, let's say, Stretch Punch, and they activate Stretch Punch on their offensive. Well, when they hit you with Stretch Punch, you are able to draw a card for free, which is nice. So you get to draw a card for free if they activate that ability. If they don't activate that ability, then you don't do anything. So you really want to put this on an ability you think that they're going to go for. And then finally, 4 tokens. If you spend all 4 tokens, so 1, 2, 3, 4. At the conclusion of your defensive roll phase, if you were successfully dealt 6 or less damage from an attack, deal that much isolated back onto the attacker. Let's say someone hits you with 6 damage. Well, you're going to roll your defensive ability, Reflective Rubber. You rolled a 5 and a 6. So let's see here. You activate nothing. So you're actually taking 6 damage. So you take 6 damage. If you spend all 4 of your brilliance tokens, you can deal that 6 damage back to your opponent as isolated damage. So if it's 6 or less damage that you take from an opponent's attack, you can rebound it onto them as long as you spend 4 tokens. So 4 tokens at the conclusion of your defensive phase. So brilliance is a very good token, are very overpowered tokens in general. But you have other tokens. So let's say, for the sake of things, that you activate Arm Wrap and you deal 6 damage. So you're going to deal 6 damage and gain 2 Stretchy. So what does Stretchy do? So it stacks up to 4. And you can spend these to, once again, you can spend 1, 2, or 3 to get different abilities. So let's say you rolled a pretty crap roll during one of your next offensive attacks. Well, you can spend 1 of your Stretchy tokens and re-roll up to 4 of your dice. So you can spend them to roll up on an offensive roll phase, defensive roll phase. Another one right here, Stretch Punch, says if you roll 1 or spend Hyperelastic to roll 3 instead, you can roll 3 dice, as well as dealing damage with Stretch Punch. Let's say you roll pretty crappy rolls on this roll 3, spend that Stretchy, and you can roll the 3 again and try to get something better. So that's pretty good. But let's say that you're pretty low health, it's towards the end of the game, and your opponent hits you with 8 damage, you're down to 14. You can spend up to 2 Stretchy. You can prevent 2 damage. You only take 6. and you can spend up to 2 CP and prevent an additional damage for each CP spent. So let's spend 2 CP, and we can only take 4 damage. Now, instead of taking 8 damage in total and being at 14, we prevented 2, and then we spent up to 2 CP to prevent an additional. So we prevented a total of 4 damage. So Stretchy is very useful in that regard. But let's say that we have 3 Stretchy. We can spend all 3 Stretchy, gain Hyper Elastic, which is his unique status effect, and we can only activate that during our main phase. So we can only spend 3 tokens to gain Hyper Elastic during our main phase. So what does Hyper Elastic do? That's the last effect here. Well, it does numerous things. So if one of Mr. Fantastic's abilities or cards require you to choose one or more options, you may spend Hyper Elastic to select an additional option for the same effect. You may not select the same option twice. So what this basically means is, let's see here. Let's see if we can get this here. Yeah, right here. Fantastic Fists. Deal 6 and choose one of the following. Draw 1 or draw 2. The attack is undefendable. Well, we can just spend Hyper Elastic, and we can do 6. We can add 2 damage. Now we're dealing 8, and since we spent Hyper Elastic, we can choose another one of these options. So we can also choose this to be undefendable. So not only is this dealing 8 damage, but it's also undefendable 8 damage if we spend Hyper Elastic. So if there's anything that says choose and do something, choose one or the other, you can just spend Hyper Elastic and you can choose 2 options instead of just 1, which I think is pretty good. Another one of them is Flexible Elongation. Choose 2 of the following. Well, if you spend Hyper Elastic, you can choose 3 of the following. So you can deal 3 undefendable damage. You can roll 1 and gain Stretchy equal to that rolled dice value. Roll 1 and gain Brilliance equal to half that dice value. Or you can gain Hyper Elastic again. So best way to do this, if we activate this one right here, we spend Hyper Elastic, we deal 3 undefendable damage. Let's roll 1 dice to gain Stretchy. We rolled 1, so we only get 1, sadly. But we spent Hyper Elastic, so now we can choose a 3rd option and roll another dice and gain half that value rounded up in Brilliance. So that's a 3, so half a 3 is 1.5 rounded up to a 2, so 2 Brilliance. So Hyper Elastic's pretty cool. Allows you to choose, if you have to choose 1 or choose 2, you can actually just spend it and choose both options or choose more than 2 if it asks you. So Hyper Elastic, very useful. Another thing you can do for Hyper Elastic is, let's say you activate Stretch Punch, you deal 5 damage, and then it says roll 1. Or spend Hyper Elastic to roll 3. So we spend Hyper Elastic, and now instead of just rolling 1 dice, we can roll 3. So we can roll 3 dice here. That's a 1, 2, 3. So we can add 1 per stretch. So we rolled 3 stretches, so we're adding 3 damage to our 5 original damage. So now we're dealing 8 damage to our opponent. All thanks to Hyper Elastic. So yeah, the character, it's not that hard. It's just every one of these tokens has he's a very stretchy guy. Stretchy allows you to prevent damage, gain Hyper Elasticity, or re-roll your dice if you mess up and roll a pretty bad roll. Brilliance allows you to elicit a little bit of recon. Gain free CP, examine a chosen player's hand to see what cards they have. You can select an offensive ability. If they activate it, you draw 1 for free. And then, of course, bounce back right here. Basically, if you're dealt 6 or less damage, spend 4 tokens, rebound that back onto an opponent, and they take 6 as well. And then Hyper Elastic is just, if you have to choose 1, you can choose 2. If you have to choose 2, you can choose 3, so on, so on. But yeah, that's Mr. Fantastic for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, remember, like if you like, dislike if you don't, subscribe down below if you're new to the channel. Go check out Josiah Wilkerson. Say hi, say if you liked his character or not. Give him some constructive criticism, and just say thank you for being such an awesome guy and making such a fantastic character. And of course, I'll see you guys later with the next hero. Toodaloo!